Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the West Coast. Well, I had a lot of fun yesterday with Gamer Dragon. We got that whole field plowed. And I think I've made a decision as to how I wanted, what the setup of my field is going to be. I think everything north of the farm will turn into arable fields. We're going to prepare the fields right near the farm and the ones over near the castle, on the other side of the castle. We're going to get those ready for seed. We're going to get those ready for some actually arable farming. I'm not yet sure what that's going to look like. I'm thinking maybe we're going to do some wheat, maybe some barley. I'm still looking for input from you guys in terms of what would be appropriate for the west coast of England. If you have any ideas, or if you farm in that region, or you're familiar with it, let me know. As usual, you know, the answer Google it didn't solve it for me. There's no way of me, there's no place where it tells you everything that is planted in a region or what the preferred crops are. So anyway, haven't had any success with that technique. So looking for some input from you guys. So this morning, I got a friend coming in. I made a phone call, threw down some money for a plane ticket, and got some help back from North America. From America, to be more specific. I got a call from Sam. He's got a couple of tractors on demo, and you'll see why I brought in this particular character, because nobody knows tractors, this particular tractor, quite as well as this guy. So where is he? He was supposed to be in on the very first train. I heard it go by about 10-15 minutes ago. That's one of the benefits to having your farm right beside the railroad track. You just wait for the train to go by. There's nobody here. Huh. Where did he end up? Don't tell me he missed his train. Oh, wait a minute. No. Oh, I know this guy. Hang on a second. I know what happened. Hang on. Let me just turn it around here. And I think I know exactly where to find him. Give me 1 second. Put a 3-point turn over here and head down this way. He would have headed over here somewhere if I know this guy. Hang on 1 second. Let's see if I can do this without hitting anyone. And yeah, that guy will let me go. Where are we? The Red Lion. He's gonna be... Ah! There he is. I knew it. Knew it. Hang on a second. And hop out. Doughboy!
Hey!
Hey, Doughboy, how you doing? Welcome to the UK, brother.
Oh, thanks for bringing me.
Nah, no problem, man. I couldn't think of anybody I'd rather have to show me around this new little piece of equipment I've discovered.
Well, I'm here.
Perfect.
Darn pubs aren't open, though.
Yeah, you may have to wait. You may have to wait until
over.
noon or something for that to happen. I mean,
I guess so. The first train ride, I needed a drink. Came over here, they were closed, so I figured, well, first time on the beach, I may as well.
Well, I'm in the UK, so I'm going to be driving from the passenger seat. If you can just find your way on board.
I think I'm in.
Okay, cool.
Nope, I'm in the back.
That's all right. Just hop over into the front. You all right?
Yep, I'm in.
All right, cool.
Boy,
so let's
I'm
head
used to
ourselves.
sitting in this seat not having a steering wheel in front of me.
No, it's a little disconcerting, I gotta admit. But, you know, I've been around here long enough now, I've kind of gotten used to the whole process. Now I gotta decide what's the best way to get there. You know what, I'll take you the scenic route. What the heck?
Yeah, never been over here, so
you,
may as well.
Give you a little bit of a tour before we get you right to work. I mean, I know that's sort of the tradition. Usually, rubber burners got you in the field before you.
Rubber burners tradition. Get me in the field before he even lets me get acquainted.
So this is the tourist part of your trip. I'll get to show you around, and then we'll get you to work. And then you feel most comfortable behind the wheels of a tractor. So over here on your right, there's a potato patch. I don't know if you can see it or not. All right, let's just go.
Wait, there's empty. Yeah,
there you go. Yeah, a little bit of a flash of something. So we're going to take this road over here. This is a little shortcut across the hills. Just to save me having to pull a U-turn in town, basically, so...
They allow you to do them over here?
I don't ask, I just do, if you know what I mean. So far,
everything's fine until you get caught.
yeah, I've been here for a week and I haven't lost my license yet, and honestly, I'm a little bit surprised. I lived in the UK for about 6 months, and I bought a motorcycle, and I never bothered registering it. So when I left the UK, there's a lot of parking tickets on that license plate. I don't think I could get back in the country without them slapping cuffs on me. Actually, I'll see. We'd have to see. That was 15 years ago, so maybe they've forgotten by now. Who knows?
Why does that not surprise me?
You know, sometimes you got to play by the rules. Sometimes you got to make up your own.
Well, I know all about running and hiding sometimes.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. You know, and honestly, I mean, how often was I going to go back there? So.
Well, that's my thing. I still got to go back, try to retrieve a B-61 Mack truck. Yeah,
oh, really?
Talk about that. We won't talk about that one.
Okie dokie.
Let's just say it was a smelly mess.
Oh, okay. I do have a bit of a history with the West Coast. There's still, last time I was here, I had a dealing with some shady character, and I may or may not own a tractor around here somewhere, but I haven't been asking too many questions because honestly, I don't want to get involved with that group anymore. So
I don't blame you.
I'm trying to fly under the radar as much as I possibly can. All right, so we're in the contractor's yard. Sam doesn't keep it the neatest. He's got stuff all over the place, but you know, he's a busy boy. So where should we park this thing? Let's just park it here underneath the tree.
No, right, looks like some other yards that I know of.
Yeah, you know, it's a contractor's yard. It's not a showroom, so it'll do.
And they're never here to clean it either. So.
No, that's it. All right, so he said he left them out for me. So let's see. Ah, come and see this.
I see green.
There's
man of my own heart.
I know. He says he's got these on demo, and that I should feel free to use them today. But oh, they are shiny, my brother.
Oh yeah, that's
shiny
and big
and huge. Yeah.
Are you sure you know how to operate something this big?
Nah. What's the problem? Big tractor, little tractor should all be the same. These things are actually a lot easier because all they got is the CVT transmission in them.
Oh yeah.
You don't even have to shift these things. I mean, you know, the amount of gear grinding I do in my old gear, and this one's easy.
And the GPS drives the tractor itself.
Exactly. You want to hop in? I'll hook up the cultivator for you. Let's see here. Oh, windshield wipers are on still.
No, not mine.
Maybe it's because it rained yesterday and they forgot to turn them off.
Maybe.
They have some sort of sensor on them or something.
I don't know. I'm looking. Holy icy.
I know. Hey, it's everywhere. You can basically set up the wheel. You can tilt it back. There's even an ignition key down there if you want to do that with the IC.
I see that.
There you go. A little bit of smoke, but not too much. Does it work with your? Can you rev it up with your clutch pedal in and see if it? Oops,
nope.
Nope.
We're driving.
Okay. All right. Let me hook up the cultivator. And can you lower it down for me so I can reach the hoses? Yeah, there you go. Let's get that guy all connected up. Hang on 1 second. Come on, get in there.
The lower back? Deactivate the lower back? What is that?
I don't know. I think that actually raises and lowers your... Where's the switch for that? I'm trying to get the hoses connected here. There they are. What is that? There's like a colorful thing on your... I guess that's for the setting of the hydraulic ram for your 3-point. Go ahead and lift it up so you make sure it's secure. Yep. Oh, she takes the weight real nice, doesn't she?
Let's see what this does. Is activate lower... Oh, that's the front arms.
Yeah, but you don't have front arms on this model.
No, so. Lower the back. That must be the back arms.
Let's see. Hook that up.
Trying to figure out where all these European buttons are, you know?
I know. Well, at least you're driving in the middle of the tractor, so you don't have to figure that out, right?
All right. I just got to remember, you know, you driving alongside the road over here?
Yeah. Wrong side, right side, who knows anymore?
No, definitely the wrong side.
Let's see here. What do we got here? Come on, hoses. Where are they? There they are. Okay, good. Connectors are a little bit tricky on that thing. All right, in we go. Whoop, my windshield wipers are on too. Turn that on. Oh, they stopped. All right. And here, this is all the PTO stuff that, all the IC stuff that Rubber Burner was talking about. I mean, you
How
can
about
set
Doughboy?
sorry, Doughboy. Your twin, your other twin.
Rubber burner's red. I like green.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that maybe we should do that then. Maybe we should just taunt them all stream and talk about, or all show and talk about these as if they were cases.
Well, I tell you what, this built-in intercom or walkie-talkie radio system in this tractor, that's really nice.
Yeah, fancy schmancy, eh?
Yeah, you can work with your buddy and talk, and it's like a Bluetooth without having a Bluetooth.
All right. Well, the one thing is you got to put your flashy lights on here. It's the UK.
Oh yeah, you got to do that over there too. That
Yeah.
and 4-ways.
No, not the 4-ways though. You got to just do that. Yeah, just the beacon lights. Are mine on?
Yep, yours are on.
Perfect. Shall we then? Let's get. Let me show you where the farm is. Let me see here.
Alrighty.
And break off. And
The other direction.
there you go. There's actually, like, if you look at the side console, it actually tells you forward and reverse in the side console.
Yeah, that's
And
nice.
it gives you the neutral if
RPM.
when your brake is on. It shows you the brake is on. You see that? You can toggle your brake light on and off.
Yeah.
Like, this thing is built for the transmission, for the Gearbox mod. You know, I've always had an issue with John Deere's in this game. I've always felt like they work really hard at making the exteriors, and then they totally drop the ball on the interiors. And I feel like this is the first mod I could play, the first time I can play a John Deere. And I find these things absolutely amazing. You all right there?
Just trying to get my head tracking set to center here. And it's not.
Okay. Still giving you some attitude?
A little bit. There we go. Oh, that's close.
Yeah.
I'll just drive out of tractor till I get that fixed.
Did you
Where'd
see me?
go, right or left?
I went right.
Okay. Oh, wrong side of the road, Doughboy. Got to drive the
Yep.
wrong side.
Stay on the left. Stay on the left. Stay on the left. If you don't stay on the left, the cars will remind you. They get very, very angry about it.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Okay, found a ditch.
that's the ditch.
Yep, that's the ditch.
This road here I can barely use at all. Usually if I'm hauling anything out of the contractor's yard, this hill with MR,
I know. That's
won't
what's
let
messing
you.
with me. Did you go right?
No, I went straight. I kept
Okay.
going.
I saw dirt tracks. I had to ask.
Okay.
Yeah, this MR. Wow, that really changes the way the tractor reacts.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me by the end of this how you feel about it, because it kind of gives you a little bit more of a floaty feeling,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I kind of like it. I like the way that the machinery
Oh,
behaves.
it's real.
The way that the wheels compress under load. I mean, all of that stuff is just... I mean, you've driven real tractors. You've driven the John Deeres around, so
Oh my gosh, yeah.
it's... I'd love to get your feedback on how these things feel. Because for me, they are just astounding. But, you know, the last time I drove a tractor was backhoes back in the days when I used to work road construction, so... But these
Well,
ones...
yeah, you
these
can't
ones...
exactly drive a tractor in the water.
No, you can't do that.
On your boat.
No. All right, just straight across here. The lanes are a little tight up here, so you've been warned.
I see that.
I'm going to turn off my beacon lights because nobody ever comes down this way. So this is basically just an extension to my driveway.
Gotcha. Beautiful countryside.
It's fantastic. The one thing about the West Coast is that you really, if you're playing it in first person, if you're playing it, if you're playing it sort of, you know, realistic-ish, it really feels almost photorealistic. It feels like you're in the countryside. It's hard for me to explain sort of how, having been out in this way in the real life, how much it sort of brings me back. It's amazing. So many memories. Okay, there's a bit of a tight bridge here, so I just recommend you sort of take it easy. All right, we're going to start with the fields over by the house, and then we'll see if we can come back to the fields near the castle to do those afterwards.
Oh, this is tight.
Yeah, and there's a gate. The gates are kind of tight too, coming into the farmhouse, so I'm going to wait for you right here until you catch up. Over here on the left. There you go.
Yeah, I have to remember brakes. They don't.
They don't. Yeah.
React as quick as
No.
what I'm used to.
No. With MR, there's a whole bunch of stuff like that. Also, when you're cornering, like you really have to feather your throttle, because when you're cornering, you come to a T intersection and you're used to just being able to just whip it over and be done with it.
Oh, it'll whip over.
Yeah, and then you'll end up on your side, just so you know. Just so you know. It'll be like, land, sky, land, sky, land, sky.
Yep, I saw our friend Farmer Klein do that.
Yeah. The first week or so that you play with MR, you spend a lot of time on your side. It's just part of the learning process. Oh my God.
How much am I going to be on my side today?
Well, thankfully, once you get to the field, it'll be cultivating, so we'll be keeping you on the low side of speed, you know?
All right.
So let's see here. Okay, I got a little bit of manure and some stuff on this end of the field. I'll clean that up once I got you all set up. Let's see here. If you come through here.
Now, see, this is what I'm used to seeing from Mark.
Yeah, there you go.
The good old rusty equipment.
I know.
But still works really well.
Yeah. You know who I got that one from, eh? The loader is actually from Johnny V.
Oh, nice.
He put that onto the one of the PCSG servers, and I kind of swapped it from their mod pack.
I've done that a couple times.
Yeah. All right. So this field here needs to be cultivated. So let me just park it here. We can take a look at it. So the only thing is, there's a bit of a patch down here that used to be a feeding ring for animals. And I think that that's going to be a little bit more stubborn. So I think I should probably take a plow to that.
Hold on a minute. I'm still trying to get out of my tractor.
Oh, yeah. Just when you step out, don't hit the shift button right away, because it'll trap you because of the icy.
Yeah.
So let's just close this gate for now, because we're going to be working inside of here.
How much of a grass shoulder do you want?
You know, we'll stay with whatever is there. I mean, you're gonna get a sense for it by.
So pretty much right up along where the sage grass is growing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back in here with the plow and break this thing up. But I think you pretty much sort of, as long as you leave me enough on the edges to be able to take a circle tour if I need to. Well, you know, it's pretty close to the edge. You know what? Do everything you can on it. Maximize the space on it, and we'll be fine. So I'll come back later and do the plowing in that corner, and I can finish that thing off. So and you know what? I'm going to do it with you. You just go ahead and set up your GPS, and I'll just copy your GPS, and we'll go with that.
I'm trying to find, I guess.
Well, what do you think? Should we go from top to bottom, or? Like, I figure if we start up at this corner over here, we're going to have a relatively straight line heading down that way. Then we can go up and down the hill.
Yeah, see, that's what scares me, is that hill.
Yeah. I think these big babies can take it, though. I mean, those are some monster tractors.
Well, plus you got a loader. If I end up on my side, I end up on my side.
Yeah, that's it. So we'll start at this side here, and we'll try to end at the stone wall over there in the distance. Should take no time. With both of us doing this, should take no time at all. You want to cut it diagonal?
Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying follow this.
Wall should be the left side.
Yeah, I'm saying if you start over here, and you follow this hedge down to the farm.
Okay, I see.
And then we work our way over this way.
Yep. All right, I'm following you.
Okay.
I see how you want to cut it in.
Okay. Cool. Go ahead and get up there and set up that GPS. I'm actually going to let you take the first couple of swaths. I'm going to go into the next field and move the... Oh, you know what? No, I'm going to start working with you, and then when we swap fields, I'll move that equipment out of there.
Sounds like a plan.
All let's see here. Handbrake is on. Okay, let's head up here.
Oh, I can't close my door.
Oh, you gotta have your HUD up to do the door-to-door thing. The IC doesn't work with no HUD.
Yeah, well, it's my head tracking again.
Oh, okay, that too.
It's like working when it wants to work. It's setting me off to the side of the tractor. And, so we're going to be doing some out-of-tractor driving, I think.
Yeah.
Even though I don't want to, because I want to experience MR for MR.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, I got to have the HUD up to set up GPS, too.
Alright, we put the handbrake on. Yeah, you go ahead and follow this fence down to the end there, and as soon as you're set up, I'll follow you. Or do you want to freehand it? I mean, we could always just freehand it and never mind the GPS.
Yeah, we could do that.
It's not a huge field, right?
Alright.
I leave it up to you.
I'm going to freehand at least to hedge the outside row here.
Okay. I'm just going to come up behind you. There you go. I'll just follow your lead. Yeah, you know what? With the multi-terrain angle, let's just freehand this field. I think it'll be fine. Go ahead and make the turn. I'll follow you.
You want to come back and cut the headlands in last, or do you want to?
Yeah, we'll do headlands last. Beautiful. This is a really nice piece of gear, buddy.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
There we go. I'm not even sure if I have this thing in four-wheel drive, but it pulls just fine up this hill, that's for sure.
Oh, I don't.
No, this is doing really easy work of this. Okay, I'm just going to blow by you.
Yeah, now you tell me.
Don't worry about it.
Started with turn.
Close enough. There we go. Just going to do a one swipe over here, and then I'll come right down your other side. And lift so I don't break anything up back there.
Yeah, I imagine you don't want to break any of these tines.
No.
If he's demoing this, I'm sure he doesn't have spare wheels.
This is just a really nice setup, though.
It is.
Like, this makes the job so easy. Wow, I hope he keeps these, because I wouldn't mind using these on some of the big fields on the other side of the map. The ones over near the cattle farm and
right.
Across the road from the pig farm. You got some nice big fields up there. This might be a lot of fun to do that.
I'm gonna have to check out the data sheets on these and see if I can get them over there across that pond I can't swim across.
Well,
I've got a farm that I'm picking up that hired me to come in and get them back up on their feet. That's going to be starting off here real soon. Ooh, uh-oh.
You okay?
Yeah, I just got hung up in the hedgerow a little bit. Went back too far.
Not a problem. They look tough enough. You didn't break anything.
Yeah, I got this new little farm, and it's the little one. So most of the stuff I have in stock is all big equipment. So
yeah. This would not be big equipment for you, would it?
No, but it'd be perfect for that farm.
Yeah. Oh wow.
You'd be surprised though. I've got my fair collection of these 7Rs.
Yeah. So you're a farmer in real life, aren't you, Doughboy? Like you've worked on farms, and I'm going to come up beside you on this pass, and then I'll back away.
Oh yes. Yep.
Where's
I've got a small farm myself.
Yeah, where's that's
I don't work it.
you're in Pennsylvania, right?
Right. Central PA.
There you go. Go for it. Make your turn. I'll follow you. And what is it like? It's an arable farm, so
Yep.
and you're just renting out the fields, or
Yeah, it's I bought it from my grandparents when they passed away. I bought it from the estate, and
Right.
all their life. Now they grew up farming it. It used to actually where the houses sit used to be the cow pasture.
wow, okay,
And they lived down over the hill. Well, they sold that then, and they built the house up here. And they've once they got out of doing the farm work themselves, they've always rented it out to a friend of theirs.
right,
And when I bought it, I couldn't see taking it away from him. He counted on the property to keep his farm afloat.
right.
So I continue the same tradition. I still rent it out at the same price they did,
Hmm.
and let him continue what he's doing. Now my family, both sides of my family, have been farmers, and I've grown up helping them out, and even worked on a organic farm there for a while. I
Also in
was the farm-
Pennsylvania.
Yep, I was the farm boss for a while with them until well, it was a kid who bought it from his parents, and well, he bit off more than he could chew. He found out right quick that he couldn't afford the mortgage and to pay people to work it.
Oh yeah.
And he owned a trucking company, so he was trying to run the trucking company, run the farm, and realized, well, he needs workers, but he also needs money in order to pay said workers.
Yeah, no kidding.
So,
And I was talking to SimStation, and he's got dreams of going back on his family farm at some point. But he was saying that the organic thing basically takes 3 years to get your certification.
yep,
So you're kind of
it
running
does.
you're kind of running at a loss for quite a while before you get into a meaningful place where you can start paying bills and the
Yep,
money starts
and that
rolling
was
in.
his problem. I mean, he told me flat out that once he gets his certifications, that I'm his first call. He'd like to have me
Yeah.
back, but until then, he just couldn't afford me,
Hmm.
and I couldn't afford to take a cut.
Yeah.
Because I got a family to support too, so it's not like I could work for what he could afford to pay me.
No, that's it. And now you drive truck, right?
Yep. All right, you're coming around there, cutting that headland in. I'll cut this one in up here.
All right.
Yeah, that's the other thing I do all on and off all my life was drove truck too. So
Hmm.
that's what I'm doing to pay the bills now.
I guess that's the thing about the trucking business, though, is there's always work in trucking. Like you can do any number of things in trucking to pay the bills, be it
Right.
plowing snow or moving gravel or moving crop or in
I
your
always
case.
tell this joke: as long as people are alive, they're going to need toilet paper.
Yep, that's it. That's it. Everything in your house at some point got on a truck. So
Exactly.
y'all done with that headland after that pass?
No, actually, I'm going to have to come back, cut this corner again.
Okay. I'm gonna head over to the other field and I'm gonna move some gear out of the way.
Okay.
And then I'll be back. And just watch stuff. I'm going to cut in behind you. I'm going to go. Whoop. There you go.
Stop.
Coming in behind you. Yeah, MR braking rules. Whoop. I say as I run into the frickin' post.
As you run into the fence.
All right, just going to go down here and I don't have a tractor to move this fertilizer sprayer, so we're just going to leave that one be for now.
You're driving it.
Guess I could, but too lazy. Oh, yeah, that's right. Can't touch that button until I get away from the tractor. Oops. This one's Russian, so which one is the... Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. This loader is pretty cool. They basically took the model from the standard Caravet 701A, and they
Okay.
slapped this rusty old, what do you call it, front loader attachment on it. And it just basically, and they like the all the seat and everything from the old 700 is still there, but it's like they flipped the driving position around on it. It's pretty amazing.
Ooh, ooh. Nope, not gonna work.
So let's just take that and let's just reset that. I guess I'm going to move this loader back towards the farm so it's out of the way. This road is pretty tight, so if I want to try to get up here with the landulator, I'm gonna need some space to move. Yeah, I'll just park it in the driveway. That'll be fine. Right over here would be fine. The thing is, the old drum brakes on this machine are just hideous. Absolutely horrible. Kind of taking your life in your own hands every time you get in it.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll plow. There's still a little bit of manure on the ground down here, so we're just going to leave that there. I might still shoot that all over the field after I do the. Well, I think when I do the grass field on the other side, I'll use up that manure. So let's see here. Open that up. Where are you at?
Up here at the top.
Okay. I don't see you. Oh, you're behind the post. Okay. All right. Let me just run a line down here, just to give us sort of a limit. And then I will cut into just on the other side there. Try not to hit the poop shooter. Oh, you know what? There isn't enough manure here for me to worry about. I'm going to plow this under. Just going to cultivate this stuff under. There you go. That'll do it. Alrighty then. Have at it. Woohoo, chicken.
Playing chicken with John Deere's.
Here, I'll let you finish that line and I'll go back behind you.
Alright.
I chickened out. I'm the one who's going to have to answer to Sam if I wreck these things on him.
True. I won't be here.
Alright, let me just clean up this edge here a little bit. My goodness, these things are powerful. It's just incredible. Yeah. Like, I'm so used to cultivating being a bit more of a struggle, especially on hills like this.
Right.
But even with MR, I mean, this thing is just, it's like butter. You just sort of point it to where you want it and it takes a great big swath out of it.
Well, and I mean, a lot of that's in your tractor, too.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. Like, the tractor has just got such amazing power to it and amazing traction. And the cultivator is MR'd too, but it doesn't have any troubles at all getting up and down this stuff. It's pretty amazing. Alright, see if I can do this without breaking the teeth off. I'm actually going to go around and go and follow you down the lower edge here. So if you want to do like a tops and bottoms kind of thing.
Oh yeah, it's too hard to make the turn, so I was just doing some contour farming there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Following the contours of the field.
Yeah.
It'll help with your runoff too.
There you go.
Especially since you put manure on this field, you want it to run off right. You don't want manure ended up in your house. If I looked right, yeah, your house butts up. No, yep, your house butts up to this farm, so you don't need a stinky basement yet.
No, not today. Not ever, really. I'm just going to cut this diagonally. There you go.
I mean, I've heard you've made some shady deals in your time and hung out with some shady people, but...
Yeah.
Like that real estate agent Eustace. Whew.
Yeah, the one that worries me, actually, is Joey.
Well, yeah.
Because the last time I saw Joey seemed to be running into some issues with that tractor he sold me. And I haven't really heard from him since. He said he was going to straighten it out, but that was 3 years ago.
Right.
So I really have no idea where he's at. I don't know if whatever happened ended up affecting his ability to stay in the UK. So, I don't know.
It's hard to say.
Never
But
got the whole story, and I didn't really want to ask, honestly.
but I'd be a little bit concerned to that story you were telling me about the what was that? Your real estate agent, what was his name? Eustace was showing you properties and had all the properties mixed up.
Yeah. Well, the contract for this property was pretty straight up, and I think I actually own it. But my lawyer says I do anyway, so.
Well, that's all that matters.
Maybe you know him, DeltaBravo.
Okay, yeah.
my attorney.
Yeah, shh, you didn't see me here. He's out of town, right?
Yeah, I think he's in Bolivia tonight.
Okay, good.
He's down there doing some more shady work.
I hear he's looking for me.
Oh, is he?
Something about a manure truck?
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
You may
one of my trucks was stolen, and from what I understand, he ended up having to clean up a pile of manure that the truck resembled the one that was stolen.
Oh, really? Well, let the law take care of it then.
Well, that's what I said. I reported it, so.
Yeah. By the way, with MR, the compression on the rear tires on these tractors, I'm watching you drive the field. Really amazing.
Yeah, I've been kind of watching that stuff too, and the front tires too.
Yeah, just like the way that the weight distributes, and even the way, like, I feel like the cab is on suspension or something, because there's kind of a bounce to it. It's really interesting.
I'm digging it. I'm sold.
You got that last piece over there?
Got it.
All right, beautiful.
Turn around and look. Yeah, we got it.
Nicely done. All right, let's see here. I got a couple more fields on the other side of the castle, so let's go and shoot those guys up too.
Sounds like a plan.
So how long have you been streaming and doing the YouTube thing?
This month we marked the 1 year mark.
Do you?
So yeah.
That's amazing. What motivated you to get started?
Honestly, something Grizzly Bear Sims said in one of his videos.
Yeah.
When he was talking, he did like a let's talk, and of course I was watching. Well, let me back the story up just a little bit. A buddy of mine I seen on Facebook, he had posted this picture, and it was of him harvesting, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, well, okay, wait, you're a farmer, but I know you don't work on one.
Right.
And you've been complaining about this, but that's realistic looking. And I hit him up on it, and he says, dude, it's a game. He goes, it's Farm Sim 17 for the PS4. You need to try it. I said, well, I don't have a PS4. He says, well, they make 15 for the PS3. And he shot me a couple other screenshots, so I went out and bought the PS3. Well, I started watching YouTube videos, and Landy Kid was one of the first people I watched, and then Grizzly Bear Sims was second. And I quickly found out that I was not a console player, that there was so much more to offer on PC, so I went out and bought a PC.
Wow, okay. You bought a PC just to play this game.
Well, yes.
Wow.
We were in the market for one, but because of the one we had in the home was just filling up, and we were in the market for one, and I just kind of decided, well, you know what? If I don't put any more games or any other stuff on that one,
yeah,
and that is perfectly fine for what we use around the house, and just get one to handle the game. So yes and no, I got one for the game.
Okay.
But I was playing the game and watching Grizzly's videos, and one of his videos he said that doing YouTube and streaming adds that much more dimension to his gameplay.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I like to talk. I like to have fun. I got a creative mind. What the heck? Why don't I give it a try?
Right.
And apparently, I guess some other people like what I'm doing because
You're still at it.
Still at it, and I'm just shy of 350 subscribers. Got a big challenge going. We're trying to hit the 500 mark by Valentine's Day.
Oh, wow.
And if we do, we're going to do a big Valentine's Day stream and a bunch of giveaways. And so apparently somebody else likes what I'm doing too.
That's awesome, man.
But that's what got me started just a little over a year ago. Is we can blame it all on Grizzly Bear.
And how did you end up hooking up with the rubber burner?
PCSG.
Ah, okay. Because you guys got into PCSG through Grizz, and then you started, and then you met there.
Yep. I got into PCSG through Grizzly Bear and Icelandic Farmer, and one of my very first multiplayer experience actually was with Icelandic.
Right.
I'm watching videos and I'm hearing about people, so of course I'm checking out other people's channels, and I heard a lot about this crazy guy named Icelandic Farmer, and I got on. I checked out PCSG and was on a chat in there, and he's like, "Hey man, why don't you come play with me sometime?" And I'm like, "Really? Wow!" I'm playing with Johnny V, a well-known map creator, modder, everything else, and this Icelandic Farmer dude that I hear being talked about all over YouTube. I'm like, holy cow! And they have invited me to play. Well, heck yes, I'm gonna play. And it was through them and PCSG's chat that I got to meet Rubber Burner.
Okay.
We just hit it off from the get-go. I mean, it's you hear the stories about people joking around. Oh, it's my brother from another mother.
Yeah.
Some people just throw that around like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Not me. I mean, if I'm going to call you my brother, or if I'm going to tell some other dude I love him, that there's a connection. There's a reason.
That's it.
I don't just throw that around. And we got to talking, and we played a couple games together, and just hit it off from the get-go. And I'm like, man,
we got to do some stuff together.
Yeah, definitely we were split at birth. There's no question about it.
I'm going to go ahead and go all the way to the corner if you want to start going back up and down.
Okay. I'll get myself turned around here without taking out the barbed wire.
Yeah. Actually, you just go ahead and start. Yeah, there you go. I'll just pull in behind you. Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, missed a little bit.
That's all right.
Get over there.
I'll clean her up for you.
But yeah, that's essentially how we got hooked up. I mean, I don't remember exactly what the very first, meeting was, but it was through PCSG.
Ah, okay. And Rubber Burner's been doing it roughly around the same amount of time you have. So you guys have been able to sort of grow up together in this, right?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I know what it was. He met Grizzly Bear Sims was kind of like a mentor to him as well when he started his channel. And I was watching a video, and Grizzly Bear promoted his channel. That's how we met. I saw his he was doing a live stream, or not a live stream, a Let's Play role play series on old streams.
Okay.
And I was really digging what he was doing because he was playing with old John Deere's.
Right.
Which I couldn't believe because knowing him now, he's Case. He bleeds red. There's no green. He's got one favorite green tractor, and that's the little donkey, and that's it. So, but he used a couple of them in that series. Now, he had his cases too, but he used a couple of them in the series, and I'm like, dude, that mod is cool. And then his whole was using little equipment, and his whole building the farm from nothing caught me.
Yeah.
And then I realized he was also a PCSG member, and I reached out to him in chat, and that's how we got to doing what we're doing.
Sweet. Okay.
And then next thing you know, a couple months later, we're like, hey, let's do something that hasn't been ever done before.
Yeah.
And they're Bled County Line, the parallel Let's Play series.
Yeah. That thing turned out to be quite a bit more of a challenge than you guys originally thought it was going to be, just in terms of scheduling and logistics, right?
Yes. The idea started out, and we're like, oh, man, this is going to be great. Well, needless to say, 3 months later...
Hang on a second. I'm in the wall.
Uh-oh. 3 months later, we finally had the map ready that it didn't throw errors on the server and had it laid out the way we wanted to. And then, just to top it off, I mean, it's a pain in the butt because... I mean, you know what it's like to produce a video.
Oh,
you record the video, play the video, and then you have hours of editing.
Yeah, that's it.
And now times that by 2.
Yeah.
And you know how computers are. Nothing ever goes perfectly. There's always something wrong. Times that by 2. Yeah. I can't tell you how many lost episodes we have because somebody's audio didn't work. And And then they throw it on top. Rubber Burner's not a huge fan of the big farms.
No.
He likes little farms, little equipment. So, it's his heart. He loves the idea behind it, loves the concept, and loves the fact that it's proven point that it's not been done before, and we've gotten a lot of new fans and viewers that way, and they too. I mean, they bug us every time they see us. When's the next episode of County Line?
Yeah.
When's the next episode of County Line? So then you got to throw in the fact that he loves the idea, but his heart's not completely in it either because it's not small map, small equipment.
Yeah.
So we're still chugging away at it. It's not a lost cause. It's it's just a matter of scheduling.
I always feel that. You guys tried it. You guys did a couple of really good episodes at it. I really enjoyed what you were doing at it, but I never feel like once you've started something that it has to get finished.
Right.
On YouTube. I feel like you guys should take what you learned from that series in terms of logistics, in terms of, the availability of your time and all that, and maybe roll it into something completely different and set it up in a different way.
You know what? It is so funny you should bring that up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to spoil too much, but I'll give you first crack at it. Rubber Burner's probably going to shoot me later when he sees this episode.
An exclusive on Mark DuPont's channel. Ooh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
County Line is pretty much dead.
Okay.
It will be making a appearance every now and then. We're not getting rid of the save game. We're still going to put out episodes when time permits.
Right.
But there is something bigger, better, and yet again not been done on YouTube that we're bringing out.
Awesome.
Under the same what you just said.
Yeah.
We're taking everything that we've learned from County Line, what works, what don't work, and how we can make it easier on us.
Yeah.
And we've got another project in the works.
That's perfect.
So you heard it first right here.
That's awesome. I'm just glad that you guys. When the dynamics between you two is one thing, but just to be able to have you guys come back and do something together again, but to keep it realistic. You go ahead and take a swipe at that. And keep it realistic and make it workable for yourselves. I'm glad you're going to be able to do that.
Yep. Well, we found a way that we can do it, that we only have to get together once a week. So
perfect.
It's very much doable, and it fits. The map that we've chose has what I look for in a map and has what he looks for in a map. So the hearts are in it. And it also, there's another aspect to it yet. That's what I said makes it bigger and better. So.
Oh, good. No, it's like I said,
give everything away.
Everything, like this series about contracting has a lot to do with my last contracting series, but it's going to be something completely different again. And the parts of the last series that I enjoyed the absolute most was playing with people, and that's why I'm doing this. So when people were asking me, is the contractor coming back? Well, the character is. But no, the series is not coming back. The series itself is that's done. So,
you can't say that.
What is the shape of this field?
I don't know. You did say the shape is big.
Yeah, but it's like a circle or something.
Almost.
Huh.
But in your defense, you did say in the beginning of your series that in the Contractor series, you were eventually going to buy your own piece of property.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
So it's still the Contractor series. You
That's
just reached the point where you bought your own piece of property.
I'm going to back up to the top of this field and just take a swipe down this fence line and see if any of this stuff makes any sense after that.
All right.
Because from this angle, I can't actually tell what the shape of this field is. It kind of feels like a circle, but I know it's not. Oh, no, there's a straight line there. Yeah, that's a straight line.
And I tell you what, I bet you if your booking agent gives you a call and says, hey, you got a phone call from so-and-so and he needs a contractor, I'm sure you're going to jump on a plane and go.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because there again, you're playing with somebody. You're playing with different people, doing different stuff. You'll go. Why do you think? You think I really like going to Canada? Well, why do you think I do?
Come on, it's beautiful there.
Well, that's
the beer is kind of weak because he does drink Bud, but other than that, it's much better. It's a nice place.
Yeah, it is beautiful. I'll give it that. But you jump off of a plane and get put straight to work for a 16-hour day.
Yeah,
Come
well,
on
that's,
now. Heck, I drove up there to pick up bales for Cletus. Drove for 2 days straight. I get up there, and what happens? I jump out of the truck right into work. You know.
That's what.
So it's not the fact that I love to be in Canada. It's the fact that somebody calls, needs help. I am available to help, and it's something new.
That's the nature of
Uh,
friendship, my friend. That's how you know you like each other.
yeah, well, that, and, he rubs
Okay,
off on
I'm
you
gonna
too
go.
much. I started running into things, and
Yeah. Just don't let him rub up on you too much there.
oh, I won't. He may like it. He's like the stray dog. You can't feed him or let him rub up on you because you'll never get rid of him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Taking all the strays home again, Doughboy. You gotta stop that.
Don't feed him.
If you feed him, he's yours.
Exactly.
Oh, that's great. And how did the thing with Farmer Klein start off? How did you end up doing the UNRV with him?
Um, that's a funny story in itself. Well, Farmer Klein and I, we met because he's one of the founding fathers of Three Dudes Gaming.
Right.
And when I joined Three Dudes Gaming, it wasn't but, man, I don't even want to say I was in there a month. And Eustace Farmer reached out to me and was like, dude, I like what you got going on your channel. He says, I'd like to make you a network member.
Ah, yeah.
I was like talking to him a little bit, and I was just astonished that, this Eustace Farmer is asking me to be a network member of his forum,
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, well, don't tell me somebody like you that's got, all these followers and, is a I don't even call him a YouTuber. He's a, videographer.
Yeah.
He makes movies.
He's a filmmaker.
Exactly. I said, you can't tell me you just stumbled across this no-name guy by name of Doughboy, and looked him up. He's like, no, honestly, Farmer Klein pointed you out. So then, of course, I had to reach out to Farmer Klein, and thank him and, talk to him and find out how he met me, nine yards. And so we were talking for the longest time, and he got to know that, I'm very much a country boy, very much American, and I was complaining about, there is no true American. At this point, there was no true American maps.
Yeah.
There's American style maps,
Yeah.
but they're still pretty. To me, an American style map has an arcade feel to it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying there's a wrong way to play. Everybody plays their own way, and that's great. If you play more arcadish, great. You enjoy it. That's what it's there for. Me, I bought Farming Simulator because I liked simulating.
That's it.
So I wanted an American map, and that, when I say American, that takes all the arcade values out of it. Well, Klein, you know him. I mean, he's got the best map first impression videos out there.
Yeah, he knows them all. If you're looking for something specific, usually you just got to walk into Farmer Klein's channel, and he's probably done a review of it at some point.
Exactly. Well, he shot me a message and said, "Hey, dude, you need to check out this guy on Facebook. He's got a map called Upper Mississippi River Valley."
Yeah.
And he says, I think it's going to be right up your alley. He says, it is so realistic, I can't even believe it.
Yeah.
And I started checking it out, and it was. And the guy released the beta version for people to try. And, Farmer Klein downloaded it. He's like, I'm going to play it. I downloaded it. And right away I got ideas, You know me, I get a map, I get ideas. And basically what I didn't like about the map was it was so realistic to an American farm, with the exception it still had the shop buy triggers on the farms. Like, you would still buy your seeds, look like you walked up to some place and you bought seeds and automatically your seeder was filled.
Yeah.
You needed fuel, you pulled up to the gas station, automatically your fuel station was filled and it took money out of your account.
Yeah.
Well, I know I'm being picky, but there's no farm that you pull up to your fuel stop and it takes fuel and money right out of your account. It does when you get that tank filled, but not when you're filling your tractor. So I started tinkering.
Yeah.
And Rubber Burner, this is where Rubber Burner comes in, because he is definitely my go-to guy. I am not a modder. And Rubber Burner hates it because every time I get an idea,
he gets more work.
Yes. So we had spent hours working on this map, putting what I want in this map, and then all of a sudden we just started getting so many. We should have left it alone.
Sorry.
Oh, MR brakes.
I was looking behind me.
Uh, but we should have left it alone because we just ended up with all these problems. Well, Farmer Klein felt bad for me because he's playing it, he's putting it on his channel, he's doing this awesome multiplayer with Rockhound,
Yeah.
and he's playing this map, and I've been itching, and every time I try, I can't. It just won't play.
Really, eh?
So he's like, he reached out to Rockhound and then sent me an invitation. He's like, dude, he says, how about you join the stream team? You get to play the map.
There you go.
So that's how we got started and we met or not met, but that's how the whole Wednesday night, Friday night Farmer Klein, stream team got started with me involved.
Yeah, that's been quite the series. I mean, it's nice to have that kind of a regular thing, but also to have the characters, you, Rockhound, and Farmer Klein, and Spectre.
Yeah, and then we just recently brought Rubber Burner in.
That's it.
Yeah, it's definitely a character. And then you got my ideas mixed with Farmer Klein's ideas. I mean, who else would put a live stream series together with 4 totally opposite off the wall goofballs that jump trucks and semi trucks out of a pond, and then to top it off, buy every field on the map. Farm every field.
On 24-day seasons.
On 24-day seasons. I mean, come on. Are we crazy or what?
This is where the genius of Farmer Klein shines through. This guy can figure out a spreadsheet with every single data point on feeding animals and how many bales it takes you to do, but he can also jump a K100 like nobody else.
Uh-huh. And I tell you what, that spreadsheet is awesome.
I use that. I have that thing on my keyboard on my shortcuts on Chrome.
Mm-hmm. So do I.
I don't even open the map to do animals without first consulting the spreadsheet.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
It's pretty amazing.
Once I figured out how to use it. As soon as I figured out how to use it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this adds a whole new dimension to the game.
The planning, right? I mean, you don't just walk into a map and just say whatever happens, happens. You actually plan out your acreage and you plan out what you're going to need, and that dictates how many animals you can actually get. Mm-hmm. If you don't have the acreage to feed the animals, you can't get the animals. That's it.
Or you buy more acreage. But I tend to try to scale it. I tend to do it the other way around. I tend to get onto the map with course play, calculate all the fields that I want to get that I feel are appropriate and that I can afford, and then I work my way backwards and say, okay, so how many animals can I feed with that much acreage? And then I either buy that many animals or I buy the animals it's going to take for me to eventually breed that many animals. Right.
And then work my way from there.
Oh, see, that's where I got lucky. My very first season, I broke it out that my wife hit the Powerball. So
there you go.
She's got all the money in the account that we could ever want.
I have to say, you seem to have fallen in love with that Spectacle Island thing.
Oh my gosh, that map is definitely, it's a fun one.
Is it the map? Is it the role play? Is it the streams? I mean, which part of it is speaking to you the most?
All of it.
Really?
All of it.
Yeah.
The fact that, well, again, that's a Farmer Klein idea. He's the one that, when he did the map review, he's the one that left it slip and said, man, I really wish I'd like to watch somebody do a series on this from a full pioneer, start from scratch perspective.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Let's do it.
Yeah.
And I was at the time looking for a new map to work into a live stream, to have available. And it was just one of those deals. I think one of the biggest things with it, the map is beautiful, first off. So that's a key ingredient to me in a map. It's got to appeal to me, visual wise.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. And then the fact of the matter is, with starting off with basically, logging, because you got to clear your farm up, you got to clear your fields out.
Yeah.
I'm doing something that none of my other series is doing.
That's it.
If you look at all my series, I'm plowing, cultivating, fertilizing,
Yeah.
So it put me in a different situation. So I'm having fun playing it again. And then because they're not not everybody in the YouTube world is doing it.
No, that's it.
So because of that, when people get on and see that, Spectacle Island's live streaming and it's this little no-name guy from the American, Doughboy doing it,
Yeah.
I'm getting so many people that coming into a stream that that's what makes it fun.
Yeah,
So to
that's
answer your
it.
question, I'd have to say it's all the above.
Okay.
That's what's got me keyed into. Well, heck, 2 weekends ago, I literally played an all weekend live stream with a couple hour break in between each stream.
I saw that.
Literally.
I watched you start it, and I watched you talk about how you're going to have to do this and that before you got to the grass work and all that. And then I went to bed. And then I wake up the next day, and who's still on stream is Doughboy, and now he's making bales. He's just carried on as if he just couldn't put it down.
I could.
It was like a little addiction for you there. You basically just turned it into a marathon, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was one of those deals. Every time I thought about, I was hooked, so I wanted to see what was going to happen when I cut all those trees down.
Yeah.
So, I was hooked in that aspect. And then every time I did think about, okay, well, I'm going to step out, grab a smoke right now, and I'd probably call this stream in 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'd step out, grab a smoke, I'd come back in, and I'd play for another 5 minutes. Next thing you know, the chat was blowing up. So, as well as I do,
yeah,
if you've got a good stream going where chat is blowing up, you don't want to walk away.
It's hard to walk away from a good chat.
Well, I mean, my channel, in that weekend alone, I jumped 40 subscribers.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And
my family didn't like me very much because they didn't see me all weekend.
You kind of disappeared on them, but
yeah. But it was a blast.
Oh, that's awesome. It's really amazing when you can find a map that resonates with you like that. I mean, I know it well because I found it when I did Mountain Valley Farm. That map really spoke to me on that homesteading level.
Wrong button.
Oh, you got okay there? Yep.
Yeah, I'm wrong button.
I'm going to finish this patch here.
It's that rubber burner thing again,
Yeah, that's it. But I've always looked for that buzz again, right? I'm always looking for that buzz, that map that's going to let me feel like that again about a map that I can walk in and I can really make it my own. And to a certain extent, West Coast is like that for me. It very much makes me feel like that. So
I seen you on this map from the minute I saw this map. You and Landy Kid.
Yeah.
As soon as I and then of course he's the one I watched because he got early access and did the actual tour on it that saw. And as soon as I seen that, I'm like, yep, I can see Landy Kid calling this home for a long time and Mark.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all the fields I need to cultivate down here for today. So, you want to go and see the castle? You have some time.
Sure.
Yeah, let's just shut it down here. Let's just hop out. These are amazing. By the way, people, this is from AGO Modding, I think it is. Amazing tractors. The cultivators are mind-blowing with them. I mean, Doughboy and I just reamed through all of this land with these two things, and flawless. Absolutely flawless. I think you'd agree.
I have to tell you, I am a John Deere freak.
Yeah.
Ask Farmer Klein. He's seen my hard drive.
Yeah, no kidding, yeah.
And I've got tons and tons and tons, and I'm not a European John Deere fan, but I tell you what, I think this mod's going to be making its way on my hard drive.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it is amazing.
This is the first one that I've seen where the interior feels right, the mirrors work right, everything on it just speaks to me. It's just one of those beautiful, beautiful mods.
The only thing I found out, and it could be me right now, either the mod doesn't like my head tracking or my head tracking's having issues.
Yeah, I think your head tracking may be having issues because you were saying that your battery was low on your head tracking?
Yeah, I think I put it on the charger without turning it off.
Ah, there you go. It matters? That's part of the shtick with the head tracking?
I'm thinking it might.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's the only explanation I have at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stick with that story.
Okay, well, I'm here to back up any delusions you want to throw out there. I'm that kind of supportive guy.
I'll let you know in a couple hours after it's charged with the switch off and see if it does anything different.
All right, let's see if we can see the ocean from somewhere in here. I'm thinking, do I jump over here? Nope, let's go around the side. Let's go around the side. One thing that speaks to me so much about this map is the stunning views. I mean, it never ends. You're always. Oh, hang on a second. I think I missed the entrance to it.
I think you're on the wrong side.
Let's try this. Can we hop over here? Up. Yep, we can hop that. I should know this castle by now. It's the same castle that was on I think it was Thornton Farm was the first time I saw this one.
Okay.
I think it's always the same castle. I couldn't honestly tell you.
I didn't get to check out the castle, but I did get to spend a couple hours on this map with 3 dudes.
Yeah, oh yeah. Opa. Look at that! Wow.
I'm gonna stand. Oh, no.
Yeah, the wall's a little bit high. Just jump up on it. You got lots of room. Don't fall off.
As long as you don't push me.
Okay, Doughboy, thank you so much for joining me today, and that was awesome work. And you know what? If you're around for a couple of days, we can do some touring and stuff, and maybe try to get into some other trouble.
Let's do it. I keep hearing about this fish and chips, so we definitely need to. I need to try some fish and chips while I'm over here on this side of that big old pond. This fat boy can't swim across.
I know this. The guy named Sam who owns it also owns the Contractor, so I'm hoping to someday actually bump into him and meet him. But he's pretty elusive. He seems to own everything around here, and I can never meet him.
Oh well, he sends all his hoodlums out to do his dirty work, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.